Welcome back to Movie City Recap Channel. Today's movie is called The Others. It involves during the World War II, in the year 1945. Grace Stewart awakens one day from a nightmare. She lives with her kids and Nicholas in a country house in Jersey, an island formerly occupied by the Germans. Grace hires 3 new servants: housekeeper Mrs. Bertha Mills, gardener Edmund Tuttle, and a girl named Lydia who was a deaf. Grace asked them about their experience. Mrs. Mills explains to Grace that she worked in the same house many years before.
Mute. Promise you that. As you can see, you've been rather neglected.
Grace's kids have an unspecified disease characterized by photosensitivity. They can't be showed to sunlights, so she keep the house always dark.
Whatever you do, don't. They're still half asleep. How do you do?
Strange things occur at the house. Grace begins to fear there are unknown others exist.
Nicholas! Nicholas, I'm coming! Nicholas, why are you crying? It's to hurt you. You all right, boy? Victor.
And told her mother that she have seen a group of people in the house several times. A man, a woman, an old woman, and a child called Victor. Victor always tell him that the house belongs to his family. After Grace hears footsteps and strange unknown voices.
Hear what? And the second time, saith the Lord.
Shh. There is someone upstairs.
There, in that junk room. Sounds well.
Mom, stay calm, please. Closing the doors. House. Wait.
Hey. This is the old one.
Then we'll search upstairs.
Then she finds a 19th century photo album containing photographs of dead people. When Grace asks Mrs. Mills about her previous experience in the house, Mrs. Mills replied that many left due to a spreading of tuberculosis pandemic.
How could these people be using the housework? What happened to her?
Grace witnesses a piano playing itself and becomes sure that the house is haunted. She runs outside searching for Pastor to bless the house. Before leaving, Grace instructs gardener Tuttle to check a nearby graveyard to see if a family has been buried there with a little boy named Victor. Tuttle finds the graveyard. Mrs. Mills orders him to cover the gravestones with leaves, and she told him that Grace soon or later will know the reason behind the unexplained strange events. Grace runs finding her husband Charles, who she thought that he had been killed in the war. They return to the house. Charles greets his kids after a long absence.
I'd love to.
Later, Grace takes a look at her daughter, and who is playing in a spare room. Grace finds an old woman on the floor in the room wearing her daughter's dress. The old woman talking in his voice saying, "I am your daughter."
I am your daughter.
Grace attacks the old woman. She finds that the old woman is just a fiction and that she attacked her own daughter.
You're wicked.
Charles says he must leave to join the war, although Grace claims that the war is over. And tells her brother that their mother has gone mad in the same way she did that day, but he remembers nothing. Next day, Charles has left. All the house curtains are gone and the kids are screaming from the sunlight. Grace accuses the servants of having removed the curtains against her wishes and get them out the house.
Tell me!
What?
Someone has taken me your keys.
Later at night, the children was outside. They discovered that the tombstones in the graveyard belonged to the servants. Anne and Nicholas run away in fear as they found the servants are approaching them toward the graveyard in the dark night. The children run upstairs and hide in the bedroom where they are discovered by the other's elderly woman. Mrs. Mills returns to the house and tells Grace to go upstairs and talk to the strangers there. Grace finds that the old woman is a medium in a session with Victor's parents. They discovered that Grace killed her kids before committing suicide. Grace realizes that the others, Victor and his parents, are the family that has moved into the house, and that she, Anne, Nicholas, and the servants are, in fact, dead. Grace and her kids refuses to leave the house. Victor and his family give up and left the house. Victor and his family give up and left the house. Mrs. Mills informs that the others will come back to the house, so they will have to accept to live together with them. But Grace refuses this, telling that the house is theirs. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss a movie.